Alright guys, let's talk about this 1 second. Warner Brothers picture feature may hinge on Superman's suits. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. Yeah, on my tabs and stuff. So Warner Brothers future may hinge on Superman's success. Is Peter Safran set to leave DC Studios? I don't know about all that, but let's look. So, let's talk about this right now. Before I get into this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. The hell's down with the algorithm. Let me say this before I get into this video. I think I said it. Stevie Wonder could have told you this, by the way. I had said this since I was blue in the face months ago. That the film right now, Superman, has to make money. Not critically. I keep telling people critically it's not. I was watching some other video too before this one came, before I did this video. And someone said, oh well, now Superman has to do all three. They had to do all three. I saw one person say it doesn't have to make money. What world do you live in? Who manages you? Who told you that bull? The reason that it has to make money because Warner Bros. Is not making any money. This is not Disney when they who has money. Warner Brothers needs this film to make money, and now the reports are coming out, and people are saying the budget, which the budget was talked about months ago. Everybody said the budget was high. Even I said, well, the budget's gonna get high. How you know this? Because they gotta do reshoots. James Gunn said, I don't give a fuck what James Gunn says. Because Superman has to make money. You people don't understand. You want to come to my channel and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. When I've been watching films for years, which I understand the process, how this works. When I understand when the studio is not making any money, where they have to put in so much money to one film and put all the eggs in one basket, which is a terrible idea, by the way. But again, David Zaslav is a fucking moron, is an idiot, which I'll talk about him a little bit later. But y'all act like we don't know what we're talking about. Like people like the 4KO and Aaron and all of them, Aaron Fisher, excuse me, all of them. We have said it since we're blue in the face. And we saying it not to attack James Gunn. We're telling you what's about to go down. Because Stevie Wonder can tell you this ain't looking pretty. He's trying to go left. And Mug, we're telling you, it's nothing but a dead end over there. You about to go over the cliff. And he keeps going that way because he thinks his way is right. Knowing that you're doing the same thing that everybody else who had the same position did. You're not planting things. You're throwing things at the damn wall like it's a dart. And you're not looking like, yo, small is good. And that's all I need to do. When he announced all these films that were coming out, which is now canceled, by the way, I said, this doesn't make any sense. Why not just do a Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman trilogy and just focus on that and build it to the world's finest? And people are like, no, I like this. This is great. I'm like, no, this does not make any sense. This is not a plan. This is him saying this is what he wants to do, but there's no overall key plan. And this is not small. This is him trying to be big and grand because he's like trying to be Marvel, but yet he's not doing the homework that see where Marvel got to where they are today. But here we are, almost, 3 years later since he was announced as president, and he announced that damn video, and look, half the shit he announced ain't coming out. Booster Gold, dead. Swamp Thing, dead. Supergirl's the only thing that has came out, and Green Lantern. And now we're doing a Clayface movie that makes no sense to nobody else. It's like, oh yeah, it's cheaper to do. So you're telling me, and I want this to be corrected. You're telling me, and I want this to be clarified. You're doing a Clayface movie that's cheap, right? Well, why can't you do a Booster Gold film that's cheap as well too? You can do that cheaply. It's this shit don't make sense. And let me tell you what's going to happen. And I want this to be very frank and honest with you. Matt Reeves' production is on the Clayface film. And people are confused. Let me tell you what's going on. They know, like I know, and Stevie Wonder knows, Superman's going to bomb. Not critically, but financially. Let me explain. James Gunn looks like he's stressed out because I can tell you why he's stressed out. Captain America came out. Joker came out. And these two films are the main reason I'm about to give you my explanation. I'll get into the article. The Joker is what really set things in motion for David Zaslav, the shareholders of Warner Brothers, to realize we might be in trouble. Because before that, all was kumbaya. We're good. Don't worry about it. The study shows that we're good. Joker came out, cost $200 million. That film barely made $500 million. It made less than the first one did. Warner Bros. Had an egg on their face. That's David Zaslav's fault, because under that time, they gave, who was that dude's name? Todd Phillips all that damn money to make a musical. Knowing damn well ain't nobody came to see a goddamn Joker musical. That's his damn fault. Then Captain America comes out recently. It started good, but where's the money at now? $300 million by its end run. That's not fucking good. And I don't care what nobody said. The budget's not 180. The budget was at $200 million. Plus you had to do fucking reshoots. So it did not even break even. They're in trouble with that. So James Gunn said, I don't do reshoots. Oh yeah, you're doing some damn reshoots. And he's doing reshoots. Now he's saying, well yeah, there's things I'm doing and stuff. Contradicting himself because again, he was told he's doing reshoots. And the biggest sin of this all, and I blame this on Warner Bros. If you're complaining, and I'm seeing this article, and when I see this, I say to myself, you only have yourself to blame. And I'm not really into the article. How are you going to say this is, you can put all your eggs in one basket like this film? How are you going to come out and get mad at Paula, what's his name? Mike, Luca, and Paul Abbey because of what happened with the Joker? How are you getting mad at them? How are you getting mad at everybody else? But Warner Brothers, you put James Gunn in a situation there's no win from. You put his Superman film in the middle of July against a Fantastic Four, Marvel, and a Jurassic World that has proven they print fucking money every time they get to the motherfucking theaters. Whose fault is that? That's your fault. Nobody else's but yours. Because if that was me, I would say, fuck you. Move my film to June. Not July, June. If you want me to bring in $1 billion, that's how you're going to do it. Not only you're telling the people that your film is on par with Jurassic World, which I don't think, because Garth Edwards is on it, and he is proven to be a good director. Financially, not so much, but critically, yes, sir. It has not made a bad film. Then you got Fantastic Four. That's the other one you don't know about. But again, that's a Marvel film. So why would you do that? Why would you put him in that situation? And not only that, this is the end all to be all for DC. If this doesn't make any money, we're not getting any DC films. In one hindsight, I wanted to fail so Warner Bros. Could get rid of it. That's how bad it is for me. I can't stand Warner Bros. Right now. I can't stand David Zaslav right now. But I don't want the IP to suffer the way it has been. Because it's not getting any better, ladies and gentlemen. All those films that came out last, was it 2023? Or was it 2024? 2023. All those films that came out from the Shazam, from the Blue Beetle, to the Aquamans and all that. All that was the fault of David Zaslav. And the funny thing about it, the one that it didn't market was Aquaman. Aquaman made the most money. Let that sink in. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get into this. Beyond that, it appears pressure is on Superman to be a hit. And now it's described as having a importance for Warner Brothers. It should have been important. If it was so important, you would move the damn date. That's all I gotta say. There's general fear that Warner Bros. Could go the way of 20th Century Fox, a studio scooped up by Disney when it was no longer suitable for exists on its own. No. So let me explain what happened with that. Murdoch wanted to sell that shit anyway. Bob Iger offered him some money because he didn't want nobody else to pick it up because, again, 20th Century Fox had a lot of stuff they had. The biggest thing were X-Men, Fantastic Four, all that they wanted to have. So Bob Iger bought it. Plus, they were starting the Disney Plus thing. They said, let's just get that and buy it and put it under one umbrella. In the long run, did it work? No. Because in the end of the day, we had the pandemic and the money they were trying to recover from paying all that for Fox, they couldn't really do that due to the pandemic. And here we are. Was it a smart idea to buy it before somebody else? Yes, but it was a bad idea because of timing and place. Maybe if they would have waited a little bit longer after the pandemic, it probably would have been better. Who knows? Moving on. According to one studio veteran, it's a central element of the stock price is believed that the IP of DC is meaningful. David Zaslav bet big that they can show the world that a DC IP can have a real value. Superman is the first movie that will set the tone. They have a tremendous amount riding on it. Of course they do, because let me tell you what's going to happen in this film bombs. People are going to be moved. People are going to be fired. People are going to leave left and right. The biggest problem here is if this film fails, David Zaslav will no longer be around. I do not think he will be around that much longer after this film comes out. And they got rid of the marketing person who did Barbie, so I don't know, man. This is a disaster waiting to happen. So they talk about this. Warner Brothers is relying on the DCU slate being a huge draw that generates some box office hits. That's likely easier said than done when the brand is tarnished and moviegoers are showing hard to ignore signs of superhero fatigue. You can blame superhero fatigue. You blame a lot of things. They're only coming out for something big. And what would have been bigger to have two Superman on the same screen? You would have had David Cornsweet meets Henry Cavill. If you would have done a Crisis of Infinite Earth. I said it when I was last year, and I said it now. They're going to rue today not to do a Crisis of Infinite Earth. They're trying to wait and do it years later. No, do it when you got this Superman. Do it when it's hot. And if you would have told Henry Cavill about it, he probably would have done it. Hell, Ben Affleck would have came back. Everybody would have came back and done it properly because, again, you're trying to set up the new universe. But, again, when it comes to James Gunn, he does not know the source material very well as much other people do. But it is what it is. I said my piece on it. I'm over it. But as always, guys, like, subscribe. Peace. Have a Johnson day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think.